Hi everyone. In this video, I'll show you how to create the deployment project inside the Amazon SageMaker Studio. So I already opened the Amazon SageMaker Studio. This is what the homepage of your Amazon SageMaker Studio. And here in left side, you can find a lot of options like data, AutoML, experiments, notebooks, and all. And pipelines will be there. And then models. And here, just you can see the deployments. So click on this drop down of deployments and just click on this projects. Okay, just click on this projects. Once you click on this project, it will ask you for create project. So click on this create project, and these are your default templates that is available inside your SageMaker Studio. So you can, if you are deploying the model for Salesforce, you can use this template, and just a normal deployment, and then building, training, deploying, and monitoring the model, you can use this template. And based on your codings, based on your requirement, you can select a template. So image building, model building, and model deployment template, and model building, training, deployment with third-party Git repositories. And based on your requirements, so you can attach your third-party Git repository and you can train your model here. And based on your requirement, you can select your template. So I'll select any one of the template, like I'll select this model building and training deployment, and I'll show you creating the project. So I'm clicking on this template, and you can see it's in the black color. And after that, click on this select project template. So this template will be selected for our deployment project. And then you have to give a name for this project. So I'm giving project, I'm going to give just project 1. That's it. I just given project 1. Any name you can give. So it will look for a unique name. And if you find a green tick, there is no problem with the name. You can go with the same name. So the name is given totally unique and never used before in the AWS account or any region. So the name is fine. That's why it's giving green color tick. And if you are looking for the tag, if you want to add the tag, you can add a tag and description also. So I'm not going to add those things. Just I'm going to click on this create project. So if I click on this create project, the project is going to be created and it will take few minutes. So you can see the status creating project 1. So let it create the project. It will take a few minutes. So now the project is created. You can see the project is successfully created. The project name is project 1. And after that, it will ask you for cloning the repository. So these are your default repositories. You can see for model deployment, we can find the code here. So it's a default repository. And then model build, we can find a repository. So by default, SageMaker Studio create a repository in your S3 buckets, and that will be cloned if you click on this clone repository. So if you want to deploy the model, you have to clone it. But if you have the code in some other S3 buckets, you have to clone your repository by clicking here. So just click on this clone repository. And after that, you can see the default repository. But if you have your own code, you can clone with your own repository. So I'm just clicking clone repository because this default repository is already created in the S3 buckets. It's already created. So I'm clicking on this clone repository. So it's cloning now. Okay, the repository is cloned, and in left side, you can able to see the codes. So these are some default pipeline codes that will be available inside your SageMaker Studio. You can use this for running the pipelines. And also for deployment, you can clone a repository. Just click on this clone repository. In the deployment, you can see it's a model deploy repository. So I'm clicking on this clone repository. So this is also cloning. This is also cloning. And both the repositories are cloned now. The deployment repositories as well as model building repository, both are cloned now. And you can see the codes here in your website. So now the project is created. If you go to the pipelines, it's no pipelines are there, and you can create your pipeline by running the codes. Thank you, everyone.